Plato, the man who wanted philosophers to rule. What if democracy is wrong? Imagine a man who lived 2,400 years ago who believed most people should not rule. He thought the majority, influenced by emotions and propaganda, often make wrong decisions. His name was Plato, a student of Socrates and teacher of Aristotle. What made Plato different was his focus on individual awareness and inner excellence. He believed that until a person truly knows themselves, they cannot properly guide society. And this is a key lesson for us. Before judging others, understand yourself. The death of Socrates, the wound that shaped Plato. Plato was young when his teacher Socrates was brought to trial, corrupting the youth and disrespecting the city's gods. But the real crime? He encouraged people to think, question, and pursue truth. Athens' democracy voted, and Socrates accepted death by hemlock. Plato witnessed this and received a deep wound. If the majority can condemn a wise man to death, should the majority really decide? From this, Plato understood that individual awareness and wisdom are more important than collective vote. Practical lesson. The most important life decisions are not imposed by others, but the ones you make with self-knowledge. The Allegory of the Cave. We are still in shadows. In his famous book, The Republic, Plato tells a story. Humans are chained in a cave from childhood. They see only shadows on the wall and think these shadows are reality. The sunlight burns their eyes. They see the truth and return to free others. But the others mock and even threaten them. Practical lesson. We also live in caves today. Social media, news, advertising equals shadows. Truth is never easy, but it is valuable. The world of forms, reality beyond appearance. Plato believed that what we see is an imperfect version of the truth. For example, we see many tables, but the perfect idea of a table exists in a higher world. The world of forms equals a realm of ideas where pure truth exists. Practical lesson. In decisions in life, instead of judging by appearances alone, seek the underlying essence. Don't judge a job or relationship just by how it looks. Look at motives and the reality behind it. Rule of philosophers. Why Plato didn't trust the majority. Plato said, until philosophers become kings, or kings become philosophers, the suffering of humanity will not end. He divided society into three classes: producers, guardians, philosopher rulers. To him, justice meant everyone doing the work suited to their soul. Practical lesson today. When everyone does their best according to talent and knowledge, both society and personal life improve. Follow wise mentors and role models, not just the majority. Art, media, and controlling emotions. Plato even believed poetry and art should be controlled, because emotions can weaken reason. Practical lesson today. The content you consume shapes your emotions and decisions. Choosing media and books wisely, protecting your mind and energy. The great paradox, utopia or nightmare. Rulers had no private property. Families in the ruling class were communal. Children were raised by the state. Goal, prevent corruption and conflicts of interest. Personal structure and rules in your life. Mental and financial order, protecting your freedom and energy. Philosophy and action, self-knowledge and awakening. Plato's famous quote, "He who looks outward dreams. He who looks inward awakes." Practical exercise. Spend 10 minutes each day reflecting on yourself. Identify weaknesses and blind spots. Practice and strengthen them. This restores true energy and mental calm. The modern cave. Today, the cave might be your phone screen. Shadows equals news, trends, edited images. Practical lesson. Whenever you see yourself trapped in shadows, step back and evaluate the truth. Don't just consume. Analyze. Conclusion. Plato for today. Individual wisdom is more important than the collective vote. Truth is uncomfortable, but valuable. Knowing yourself and strengthening your weaknesses equals true freedom and energy. When we step out of shadows and practice awareness, our life, decisions, and relationships change. Simple exercise. Today, make a small decision based on truth and wisdom, not emotion or social pressure. Observe how your life begins to transform.